Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. As you guys can already see from the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I slay this 4x4 bob lace wig. I got this wig off of Amazon, so I'll link in the description box where exactly I got it from so you guys can see as well. This is a 10-inch T-part lace wig, and you guys can see this hair is super soft. The inside comes with 3 clips, and it also has adjustable straps on the side, so stay tuned if you're ready to see how I achieve this look. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to be starting off by bleaching the hair. The bleach and the developer that I used are down in the description box below. All I did was mix them up, and we're going to be placing it all across the lace of the wig. So it's really important that you use gloves, because if you don't use gloves, y'all, let me tell you how I burned myself. Literally burned myself. Like, I had a little bit on me and it ended up burning me for days. I was itching for days. So make sure you wear your gloves. And I'm just going to be applying that all over the lace and wrapping it up in tin foil. It's important that you wrap it up to keep the heat inside of the wig, and you want to keep this done for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, come back, check to make sure that the lace is in fact bleached, and I kind of over bleached it, but it's okay. So after you do that, go ahead and wash all the bleach off, and you're supposed to use like a shine-in purple shampoo, but in all honesty, I just went and used a regular shampoo that I had because it's a wig, y'all. Like, even though it's human hair, it's a wig. So I'm going to use this shampoo, scrub the heck out of this wig, make sure that I get it completely clean, because not only am I going to be wearing it, but it's a bob, so it's going to be in my face, and you want to just make sure that the wig unit is, you want to make sure that the unit is clean all together. So scrub it dub. I'm just washing this in some nice hot water. I'm keeping the gloves on also, because just in case for the you just want to make sure that there's no bleach or anything on your hands, because like I said, that stuff definitely does burn and it definitely does itch. So wearing gloves through this whole entire process is very beneficial, and it'll work best if you do. So yes, I'm just rinsing out the hair. Great, so now that the hair is washed, we're gonna go ahead and start plucking. So I do this by just brushing all the hair back, and I went ahead and put this on a canvas head because I can see it better and I'm able to have more control over it. I also put paper towels underneath it so that I can see where I'm going to be plucking at a lot better. And so yes, I'm just gonna take my tweezers and I'm just gonna be plucking it. And first what I did was I took out a layer. First, what I did was I took out a layer of hair in the beginning, and then I just started plucking to the back. Like, I took out some hair for the edges, and then I started plucking behind that layer. I really went back like 2 layers, and I did the same thing on the other side. And you just like start plucking, like just pluck and make it look natural. So this is how the wig looks now, and I went ahead and used a regular mascara, any black mascara that I had, and I used it on the roots where it was over bleached. And that's a good way, if you ever over bleach your hair, just use mascara, and it's gonna hide the over bleach. And my knots are still bleached, so it's gonna look great. So now what you guys are seeing is me blow drying my hair. It's sped up for obvious reasons, but you want to just go ahead and blow dry and make sure that the hair is completely dry for when you go ahead and start to flat iron the hair and style the hair. Okay, now it's time to install. So I went ahead and took out the clips on the side because I have a big head. I already went ahead and put on my cap as well, and I'm just putting makeup on the inside of the lace and on my cap so that the hair can blend flawlessly. So you guys can see that. And now I'm going to just go ahead and clean my hair with some alcohol. Clean my hairline with some alcohol, sorry. And I'm just going to be swiping that across my head, making sure that my hairline is completely dry and clean, so when I put this lace on, it will stay intact. And now I'm going to just be measuring the cap, the wig over the cap, to make sure I like the placement, how I want it to lay, and just looking to make sure that the scalp looks like scalp. And yes, honey, it is. Now I'm using the Got2b glue, and I'm going to be using this as my glue today. I'm not going to be using any stronger glues for the main purpose of I do not want this wig to be on any longer than like a couple of days. And I don't like sleeping in my wigs most of the time, so I like using these glues because they're a lot, I mean, they still give you the hold, and they also like they're not as strong, like they're not super strong. So I'm putting this first layer on, letting it dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna put a second layer on. And then after I put my second layer on, I'm gonna just go ahead and place it, comb it through, make sure that my hair is like intact in the place that I want it to be. And then I'm gonna just be taking a band and tying it around my head and making sure that it is secure. I'm gonna leave this on for about 10 minutes because I want the initial layer to really dry. And yes, it is intact, but we're gonna go ahead and do one more layer. I'm just combing it back to make sure that the hair is not stuck to my head. And after my hair is made sure that it's not stuck, I'm gonna go right behind it again and comb through the hair. And I'm gonna take the freeze spray and spray it and tagged one more time. This is to add extra strength. Now that the lace is on top, I'm going on top of the lace with a freeze spray, the got to be freeze spray to be exact. And this is just going to ensure my hold. And I'm trying to get it on the lace, like the lace itself. It is hitting the hair, but it honestly, like, I'll flat iron that through and it's going to come right out. So make sure you just go ahead and use the freeze spray. And once you use the freeze spray, tie it down one more time for about 5 minutes. And once it's tied down, leave it on for about 5 minutes. And yeah. Alright, so while this is setting, I'm going to go ahead and just jump right on the flat ironing. We're going to go ahead and make sure that our flat iron and our hot comb is ready, hot and ready. So first we're going to be taking the flat iron and just going through and pressing the hair as normal. Going to go around the entire head and just make sure that the hair is as flat as possible, girl. From root to tip, I'm just taking the hair and I'm adding a little bit of a bump to the end because I like how it shapes my face. So I'm just bumping it a little bit and just going over each section multiple times to ensure that the hair is as straight as possible. And boom, that's how it's looking right now. And I'm gonna go again with the hot comb, but I'm gonna do that after we set these edges. So taking off the band, this is what it's looking like. Boom, that hair is laid, baby. That wig is on, okay? That hair is secure. So what we're about to do now is we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. I went ahead and cut the lace off camera because I needed to make sure that I could see what I was doing. I didn't want to mess up, and boom, that is how it's looking. And while that's doing that, I had a little piece that was kind of being stubborn, so I went again one more time with the got to be freeze spray and laid it down. Well, really I laid the entire hairline down just to kind of blend the entire thing. Since I did go ahead and cut it, this is just going to ensure that where I cut it's not lifting. So I just went ahead the entire hairline once again, and of course took the band one more time, laid it down again, and I'm using my wax stick to go behind. And now we're going to use the hot comb to press the top and make it as flat as possible. So what the wax stick does is it holds the hair in place, like it gives it that shape where it's supposed to go. And now the hot comb is just really pressing it down. Like, the product in the wax stick is so good. Like, it's like a grease, like, well, it's wax obviously, but it holds down the hair so good. And the wax that I use is down in the description box down below, so if you want to know what I'm using, it's there. And I just went ahead and pressed through the rest of my hair too, because there's nothing like a press with a hot comb, baby. So I just went ahead and just all through the hair pressed it through, you know, while the edges are laying, just pressing it, pressing it, pressing it, pressing it. So this is going to save me time. After I do my edges, all I have to do is just swoop them and boom. So taking off the band, now I just have to work on my edges. So I'm bringing out my edges, combing through them with the hot comb, and using, and this is my little trick. So I use black got to be glue, the same got to be glue, and I mix it with Lotta body foam wrap. So what this does is it makes my edges stay in place, but it's not making it stuck to my head. I can still move it around, I can still play with them, do designs in it. For this style, I'm just doing 2 swoops, so nothing too extravagant, but what this does is it allows me to move my edges whenever I want to change them up for the day. I can change them up, and it gives me that nice maneuverability. It allows me to be able to move my edges however I want them to go, and it gives me that nice swoop. So I did that on both sides, and this is how it's looking. And I'm just taking that edge stick and brushing the back. I'm brushing the hair in the front back to give that nice little oomph in the front, and then I'm gonna do it to the other side as well. And I'm just combing it out and down, like out and down. And that's how I, you know, did my front. And once I do that, just go through one more time, press through the hair. Now that the hairline looks really nice, the edges are laid. And boom, y'all. This is the final look, y'all. I'm so in love with this hairstyle. Look at how the hair just moves. Look at how nice it looks. Like, I never thought I would look this cute in a bob, but I really love it. 10 inches looks really cute on me. The hair is super soft, guys. Like I said, the link is down in the description box down below. And I really appreciate you guys for sticking to the end and watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more tutorials like this or how I install other units, stay tuned, hit that notification bell so you guys can see me post way more videos. But this is how the hair is looking. This is how the front is looking. And I'm honestly in love with this look. I'm in love. And yes, y'all. Thank you guys so much for taking another look into Nat's world. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.